everyone, it's Jaclyn and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I would sit down and film my 2016 beauty favorites. Now I know we're like partway through January, but hey, I figured it's better late than never. So first off, I'm going to start with primers. Now this is my second bottle of this, and I don't know why I bought another mini size instead of the full size. This is the Hourglass, what is this called? Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. Now this has been my favorite primer for almost, I think maybe 2 years. I'm pretty sure this was my favorite primer in my 2015 favorites video. This is just the best. It makes my skin feel nice and hydrated and also really silky. It makes makeup apply so like flawlessly, and I just really love it. I definitely prefer more of a hydrating primer like this than something very mattifying and very drying. So yeah, I really love this. Okay, so for foundation, I had a little bit of a struggle deciding what I wanted to share with you guys because I feel like I've been using maybe like 3 different foundations pretty consistently over the past year, but I ended up deciding on this one, and I feel like you guys are going to be pretty surprised with this. This is an, oh my god, I just knocked something over. This is the Nars Sheerglow foundation. Now, I feel like I don't talk about this enough in videos, like as much as I use it in real life, because I feel like I normally always talk about the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, which I do really like, and I mean, I do use it a lot when I am filming on camera, but I find in real life that foundation can kind of cling to dry patches and just look a little unflattering, especially if you are more on the dry side. So I find that in real life, I normally reach for the Nars Sheerglow, and I've just been loving the way it feels on my skin, loving the way it looks. And don't be fooled by the name because it is called Sheerglow, but it's definitely not sheer coverage at all. It definitely is more medium to full. But yeah, the finish of this is very natural, like I'd say more of like a velvety kind of finish. But I just love the way this looks on camera and in real life, and it just feels really nice on the skin. So definitely love this. I feel like a lot of people used to like talk about it all the time on YouTube like a couple years ago, but I don't feel like a lot of people talk about it as much anymore. But yeah, Nars Sheerglow, some good stuff. Okay, so for concealer, for spot concealer, I feel like you guys will already know the answer to this, but my Nars Creamy Concealer is just the best thing out there. I love this stuff so much. You guys know I have very acne prone skin, so I feel like I've become kind of like a professional when it comes to covering my acne, and I actually made a whole video on that not too long ago, so I will link that up above. But yeah, I just love this stuff. It's so good. This one is in the shade Custard, which is normally what I go for, but since I have been a bit paler, I've been going for Canelle, which is a new, full, fresh new bottle. But yeah, this stuff is just so good. Great for full coverage, especially on any spots. I don't really use this for under my eyes for concealer, especially because I don't like too much of like a full coverage concealer under there and I don't need it. But oh my gosh, this stuff is just the best. I cannot find anything better. If you guys have found something better than this, let me know because I am addicted. Okay, next up for under eye concealer. Again, this should come as no surprise, but I am slightly conflicted about this product, and I will get to that in a minute. But this is the Clarins Instant Light Under Eye Concealer in shade 02. Now, I do love this product for a couple of different reasons. I mean, it lasts forever. Like, this tube doesn't look too big, but it's taken me a 1.5 years to go through it, and this is literally the only under eye concealer I use. I'm pretty sure, again, I talked about this in last year's yearly favorites video, and this is still the same bottle. It's just now finishing up. Like, I've got 1 or 2 uses left in it, if that. But I am a little conflicted because Clarins isn't cruelty free, and I'm still kind of trying to cycle my collection out to cruelty free. But I love this color. I love the formula. I'm just hoping I can find a cruelty-free alternative to this. So if you guys have tried this and you know any dupes, please let me know because this stuff really is awesome and it's honestly what I use all the time. So let me know in the comments. Okay, so now for a powder to set everything in place. I have kind of played around with different powders, and I definitely prefer a loose translucent powder versus something with coverage. I prefer normally only like a compact with like coverage to take on the go if I need to touch up. But for a loose powder, my all-time favorite is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. You get a ton of product in here. It looks beautiful on the skin. It doesn't look too cakey. You can bake with it. You can just kind of set the makeup. It really is the best powder out there. I absolutely love it, and I can't really see me using anything else. Next up, for my favorite bronzer, which is arguably my favorite part of doing my makeup, I picked the Filmstar Bronze and Glow from Charlotte Tilbury. And this is actually kind of like a 2-in-1 because this is also my favorite highlighter of the year. It is just the most beautiful, yellowy, warm, candlelit color that's not too shimmery in your face. It's definitely very wearable, but it is buildable. And the bronzer is just the perfect color for my skin tone. I find it works really good when I am at my palest and also when I'm at my tannest. It's just a super universally flattering palette. I love it. It's fantastic. The formula is amazing. I mean, you guys know I love Charlotte. She's my favorite makeup brand, hands down. So it was really no question that I was going to toss this in there. Sticking to the Charlotte theme, my favorite blush of the year is the Cheek to Chic blusher in Ecstasy. Now this is just, again, my dream color for a blush. I find blush is one thing that I don't really change up too often. I mean, I do have a ton of different blushes, but I just always go for the same blush. This is just my perfect coral, warm, flattering cheek color. I love it. I mean, there's nothing else to say other than it is like my dream coral. It looks beautiful with a tan. I absolutely love it in the summer. And I find I go for more of the pinky, the center part of the blush, more in the winter time. But it gives you the most gorgeous flush. Again, it's not too shimmery, but it's not completely matte. I can't go wrong with this. I always know that this is gonna do the job, and I absolutely love it. Okay, next up, for my favorite contouring powder of the year. I found this past year I wasn't really into contouring as much. I feel like the whole world kind of slowly is getting over the whole contouring thing. But some days when I want to whip out a nice sharp cheekbone, I like to use the Rodial Instaglam contouring powder in 03. Now this is very comparable to the Kevyn Aucoin one, which I have tried, but I do prefer this one. It's just the most beautiful, beautiful cool gray, what am I saying? It's the most beautiful cool brown, which the more gray undertone really helps create like the cheekbone look or like any sunken in definition. It's absolutely beautiful. The formulation of this powder is like so finely milled and just so buttery. Could not love this more. Moving on to my favorite eyeshadow palettes and eyeshadows of the year. This was kind of a hard category for me because I feel like the past year I haven't really been into eyeshadow as much as I normally am. I've just been really into like one color all over the lid, super lazy, and I don't know, I just like the way that looks. So if I am going to do a super lazy, easy makeup look, my go-to shadow is this cream shadow from Charlotte. This is in the shade Betty, and it's just the most gorgeous kind of burnt gold color. Sometimes I watch my videos back and I'm like, how am I describing these colors? Is that even a thing? But no, it's just a beautiful kind of deep gold color, and the formulation of these products are insane. They don't crease, they last all day, and they just look so glossy and so fresh on the lid. So I love her cream shadows, but this color in particular has definitely been a favorite for me over the past year. Now if I am in the mood to use more of a pressed powder eyeshadow and I want to do more of like an eye look, I will grab the Dolce Vita palette from Charlotte Tilbury. This is just the most beautiful warm tone, like decadent, beautiful palette ever, and it has this amazing shimmery kind of like glitter in there as well, which is actually what I have on my eyes today. But yeah, I feel like 2016 was definitely the year of really red, warm based eyeshadows, and this palette is definitely that. I mean, this red color down here is just absolutely gorgeous, and it really does kind of elevate your eye look. And the formulation of these powders is just so blendable and so buttery, so you can't really go wrong with this. I also wanted to include my favorite pigment. Now this is kind of a weird one because it's kind of like a glitter and a pigment. This is the Inglot Pure Pigment Eyeshadow in shade 86. Now this is kind of like a pinky cranberry foiled pigment, but it also has like a golden reflect, so it's super beautiful. It's really flattering with a tan or any warm tone shadows. What I like to do with this is just kind of press it over top of like a really warm cranberry eye. I actually did a tutorial not too long ago using this shadow, so I will link that as well. But yeah, this has just been my like go-to glittery eye pigment color. Does that make sense? But no, I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. Then for my favorite liner of the year, I picked the Marc Jacobs, what is this called? The Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon in Brownout. Now this is kind of like a gel formula, but it's in a pencil form, so it's really easy to use, but it's also waterproof and really long lasting. It's a beautiful kind of chocolatey brown with golden reflex. And this is basically what I use on my waterline or my upper waterline every single day, and it's my go-to. It doesn't move, and it's also really flattering, but it's not as harsh as a black liner, so I love this pencil. If I am going to go for like a black wing liner, which is very rare and only on certain occasions, I'll go for the Inglot Gel Liner in 77, which is just their black color. This is hands down the best black gel eyeliner out there. It doesn't smudge, it's long lasting, you really only need a little bit of product. It doesn't dry out in the pot too much, and the black is just like the blackest black. So I love this. It's definitely my favorite one out there, and I think everyone needs this in their life. Oh, I also quickly wanted to throw in this product. This is Inglot Duraline. Now I discovered this past year, and this is basically like a mixing medium. So it has like a little dropper, so you drop it into either like a dried out old mascara or like an old gel eyeliner. You can also mix it with pigments and eyeshadows to create like liners or like really foiled metallic like eye looks. It's really unique, and I absolutely love it, and this has just become like an absolute staple in my makeup. Whether I need to like do a really bold makeup look or revive old products. Yeah, this is just really good and I love it. Moving on to brows, I have a bunch of different products here, which is technically cheating, but I love me a good brow, and I need all of these products in my life. First up, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in medium brown. Now, I really like a brow powder if I am having more of like a natural makeup day and I just kind of want to fill in some sparse areas, but I don't want too much definition. So I absolutely love it. The color of it is perfect and nice and ashy. And yeah, I just really like this product. I've had this product for a couple of years now, and it never does me wrong. Then if I want to go for a brow pencil, I'll do the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift in Brooke Shield. Now this, I discovered this back in the summer, I think, and I can like not put this thing down. It is absolutely incredible. The color match is perfect for me, and I really like the end, like the little nub of this pencil. It's just nice and like thick, so it's quick to do your brows, but it also, the shape of it, it's nice and like triangular, so it gives you enough like control with the product. But yeah, I really love it. It's also really convenient for traveling because there's also, how does this work? There's a little pigment inside with like a little sponge applicator, which you can use to highlight your brow bone or like highlight your inner corner, do a little whole eyeshadow look with that. And then also on the other end there's a spoolie. So it really is just a really convenient and really effective product, and I really love it. And I feel like not enough people talk about this, so get on it, guys. Then for brow gel, Essence takes the cake. Essence is just such a great brand. It's like the best drugstore brand out there. I absolutely love them. This is the Make Me Brow in the shade Browny Brows, and it's basically an exact dupe for the Give Me Brow by Benefit, but it's also like a fraction of the price. So it's this tiny little wand here, and it has little fibers on there. It's really great for adding a bit of color, a bit of fullness, and also locking all the hairs in place. So I really love this product, and it's really good even if I'm doing like a no makeup day, but just kind of want to tame my brows. So need this, and I love this. Okay, moving on to lips. Actually, before I talk about lips, I did not include a favorite mascara because guess what, folks? I don't have one. I don't know why, but for the past like year and a half, I've been struggling to find a mascara that I actually really like. And I don't feel like it's that hard. I just want something that's waterproof, that's really, really black, that holds the curl, and that has a plastic brush. I don't know why this is so hard to find, but apparently it is. So I don't have a mascara that I really, really love and feel the need to talk about, so I'm just gonna skip over that category. But anyways, back to lips. My favorite lip liner of the year is hands down Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is just like a My Lips but better, super wearable, everyday pink color, and I'm sure you can tell by the size of this pencil that it's running out. But yeah, I love this color. It's like my go-to. For lipstick, I picked Very Victoria by Charlotte, and this is just kind of like a brownie neutral matte finish lipstick. The formula is really creamy for being a matte, and the color is just like my kind of nude, so love this. Then for a bold liquid lip, I picked the NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in Club Hopper. Now this is just like a true deep brown color. It's super bold and it's so eye-catching, and I just love me a good brown lip. I never really dove into like the extreme bold lips until this past year, and oh my gosh, I don't know what I was doing before I had a brown lip in my life. This is so fun. It's definitely not like an everyday color, but for once in a while, this bad boy is just my go-to. Now my favorite lip gloss of the year was a little hard because I feel like I switch lip glosses very often and I always am using like 10 different ones, but one that I have used for the past year consistently is the Essence Prettyfying Lip Oil. Now this looks a little weird because it's yellow, but it doesn't really have any color at all. It just makes your lips look very wet and very glossy, so it really goes over top of any lip color that you want, or it looks really good on its own. But this one is just so beautiful. It feels very hydrating on the lips. I'm pretty sure it has jojoba oil in there or something. It's got some type of oil that is supposed to help your lips. It actually reminds me a ton of the YSL lip oils, but it's literally a fraction of the price, so you can't go wrong with it. And then because you guys know I'm a lip balm addict, my favorite lip balm of the year is Glossier's, is it Glossier or Glossier? I never know how to say it. Glossier/Glossier's CoconutBalm.com lip balm. Now this is actually like a balm that you can use like everywhere. You can use it on like your cuticles, your elbows, like any dry areas, as well as your lips. I pretty much only use it on my lips, and I just am so in love with it. It smells amazing. It just smells like straight up like tropical coconuts and vacations, and it just smells so good, and it feels so fantastic on my lips. So I really do love this, and I cannot see me not using it. Then for my favorite makeup setting spray, this is the Inglot Makeup Fixer here. Now I really put this to the test back in the summer when it was like a summer rainstorm and I was biking outside. I had a full face of makeup on. I was going out to an event and I arrived and my face was still on. I don't know how. Well, actually I do know how. It was because of this. I actually had used it for the first time because I never really got into the hype of makeup setting sprays. I thought it was all kind of like a gimmick. But it worked. It literally worked. So that's when I got sold on this product, and I've been using it ever since, so I really love this. Now I'm not going to dive too deep into beauty tools and brushes and things like that, but I did feel like these two products needed a special shout out. This is the Inglot blending brush in 6SS, and this is just the best blending brush ever. It is so fluffy, the shape is perfect, it comes to a little taper, and I just cannot do an eyeshadow look without it, and I'm so glad that I discovered this product in 2016. It has just become such a staple in my makeup routine. And next up, everyone's favorite, a beauty blender. Now I've tried the dupes, I've tried the replicas, nothing works as good as the original beauty blender. I'm a little embarrassed actually with the state of mine right now. It's disgusting. I actually need to buy a replacement, but this just makes my makeup look so flawless, and I cannot do my foundation or anything really without this. It is just such an easy, foolproof tool, and I feel like everyone needs this in their beauty routine. Okay, I only have 2 more products to talk about and then I'm all done. Now I figured I cannot make a beauty favorites without talking about my favorite moisturizer, because makeup is only as good as its base. So I really need a good face moisturizer to make sure that my makeup sits on well. And did you guys think that I would get through a video without talking about Lush? Because it's not gonna happen. I've got Lush Celestial Face Moisturizer here. This is just my holy grail, like the best face moisturizer ever. It makes my skin feel so supple and soft and just so hydrated. If I do not have this on, my foundation looks awful, I can guarantee it. So this is definitely an essential and just an all-time life favorite, but also a 2016 favorite. Now I really wanted to include this product because this hair product has kind of changed my hair life. Well, not changed it, but it's enhanced it. This is the Orbe Dry Texturizing Spray, and this is absolutely incredible. I pretty much only use this when I'm kind of curling my hair and doing more of like a hairstyle versus like just my pin straight natural hair. But sometimes I will spray it in if I do need like a little fluffing up. But what this does, it basically adds so much like volume and lift and just some texture to your hair. So if you do have naturally very silky straight hair like myself and it just kind of falls out of any hairstyle, this just gives your hair some grip and something to work with, you know what I'm saying? So this can is actually empty. I need to buy a refill, but I did want to mention it. So to any flat-haired, non-voluminous hair people out there, this one's for you. Okay, so those were my 2016 beauty favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'm praying that this video doesn't turn out to be like 30 minutes long, because I feel like it's going to. But I just had so many awesome products to talk about, I didn't want to not include anything. Anyways, let me know down in the comments what your favorite products were over this past year, or any products that you think I need to check out. Thanks guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye! First off, I have this massive box from Lush that I have no idea what's inside, so let's open this up. So inside, there is a box, and I don't know what this is or what this means. It says Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on it. The back